Now this is just, like I said, one of 3 types of verbs. And right now, if you remember before, we talked about there's 3 things that play into how to conjugate a verb. And remember, those 3 things are, we'll just scroll back up, is who is doing it, when they are doing it, and then the type of verb. So we're going to deal with, for the type of verb, we're going to deal with AR. For when, or for the tense, we're going to do the present. And for who is doing it, I'm going to show you a way that we're going to do we're going to know how to do it for all subjects. So just keep that in mind. This is the chart that we will use to conjugate AR verbs in the present tense. And I'm just going to redo this here. Remember, you have yo, you have nosotros, right? We have tú, there's vosotros, and then there is él, ella, that should get an accent, and usted, and then we have ellos and ustedes. And you can look at the previous lessons to remember, what all of these things mean and how this side is singular, this side is plural, this is the informal, etc., etc. So what happens is each one of these squares has a different way to conjugate AR verbs in the present tense. And I'm going to draw that out for you right now. And all it is we have O, and then we have AS, amos. We're not going to talk about vosotros because no one really uses it except for in Spain. And then we have AN. So let's do a couple of examples here. And we'll use one of the verbs that we have been working with previously. And so the first verb is, let's just get a different color here real fast. First verb is, we're going to use this bailar. Right? Bailar. So, and this means, just so you're aware, this means to dance. And you might have seen that in a previous lesson. So, say that, remember, we're using the present tense, we're talking about right now in time, but say we wanted to say that I dance. So to say I dance, well, we know I is yo. So yo, we're going to use yo, and then the word bailar. And we have to conjugate this. We have to change the verb depending on who is doing it, which is yo, when it is being done, which we know is the present tense, and then what type of verb it is, which again is it's AR. It's an AR verb because the ending is AR. So based on these 3 things, we know that we're going to, because yo is doing it, we're just going to look at the top left. It's just a simple rule. And the way that it works is we say yo, and then we write B-A-I-L, and we stop, and we are actually going to change the last 2 letters, or we're going to drop the last 2, the AR, and we're going to turn it into yo bailo, right? And where does this come from? So this O comes from right here, because we know yo, which is I, yo bailo. Yo is the person that's doing it. So yo, top left, we look top left here, we see that this is you just add an O. So what is the rule? You drop the AR, you cross this out, and then you add the O. Alright, now to just think, how would it be if it was tú that wants to dance? So we can just say tú, and we write the same thing, B-A-I-L, and what's the rule? Again, so we drop the AR, we look, here's tú, here's the appropriate ending for tú in the present tense with an AR verb, and we add AS. Remember, that AS comes from right here. And that is how you conjugate an AR verb in the present tense